So in today's video, we're just going to do a short one, and we're going to look at a product review. These are survival matches, or storm matches, or lifeboat matches, as sometimes called. These particular ones are made by an English company called BCB. And these matches they tend to come in canisters which are waterproof. These have strikers on the top and bottom, and you'll get 25 of these in a canister, and I'm just going to pull one out to show you. And as you can see, the flammable portion, or the chemical portion of this particular match is rather long. I mean, most matches you have a match head and then a wooden stick. These are interesting in as much as they will burn, according to the instructions on the container, for fully 10 seconds. And the other thing I can tell you about these is they'll actually burn underwater. Let's have a demonstration. So we're going to have a go at lighting this match, and it does require the use of the striker. As I say, there are two strikers, one on the top, one on the bottom. Blowing it out doesn't really work. Even sticking it underwater will not put it out. This match wants to burn, and burn for its full 10 seconds at a minimum. From a camping or survival point of view, that is incredibly useful. That's why they're sometimes referred to as lifeboat matches, because most lifeboats have them in with their kit. And in a survival context, that is an extremely useful product to possess. So if you have a bug out bag or a survival kit, or just go for camping, and you're concerned about being able to light fire in wet weather, these are useful. Now, there's 25 in a box here, so that's good potentially for 25 fires. On the other hand, if you have something like a ferro rod, that's potentially useful for thousands of fires. So I'm not saying this substitutes for everything, but on the whole, a product like this one, and as I say, these are made by BCB, but they're not the only ones to make these sorts of things. That said, this is it may be a BCB product, and it is an English company, but these are manufactured in China, according to the labeling. So I assume the labeling is accurate there. So again, it's not necessarily the ideal alternative to all other means of fire lighting in a camp situation. Does it replace a ferro rod? Does it replace an ordinary lighter? I would say no. A lighter is probably going to be the most convenient way of lighting a fire. And a ferro rod has well-known advantages from the bushcraft perspective. But in stormy weather, where the wind is blowing very hard and where everything is wet, something like this, which can be lit reliably, is quite waterproof, or water resistant at the very least, and will not just go out because it's windy and rainy, which will last long enough so that if you're using it in conjunction with some sort of fire lighter, for example, or with just a good tinder bundle, it's going to burn long enough to get everything started. And it is a fairly reliable thing. So does it belong in your kit? Well, if you're going camping in the woods or anywhere else for that matter, and you're going to have to light a fire, and you have to light it reliably no matter what the weather, I would include it. And I know I would include it because in my kit, I've included it. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting and useful. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, consider sharing, and if you've got experience with this or perhaps another brand, do feel free to mention it in the comments. I'd be very interested in your feedback. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and if you do subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll be made aware of when we have our next video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.